Hey everyone, it's Kai from Kool Collectibles back again for another Transformers review. This time it's the MP-12 Lambo reissue by Takara. For all your Transformer needs, click the link in the description below to head on over to Robot Kingdom. They ship worldwide, so definitely check them out. Alright, so with Takara, I normally pass up on the second production runs or reissues of their figures. I do collect the repaints because they do look a bit different, but straight up reissues or second production runs I do pass. But when they announced this through Hasbro Asia, I think it was, they announced that there would be a different coin, which is in this packaging. And since I'm a sucker for these collector coins in this Masterpiece line, I decided to pick him up. And I have noticed a couple of other minor differences, but here are the original coins. So these are the coins for MP-12, the first issue, and MP-12 G2 Sideswipe, and they were essentially identical coins. I can't actually remember which one was silver and which one was gold with which figure, but as you can see, at least on the face of it, the design is completely new. It's a larger coin as well, with a face sculpt that's probably a bit more accurate to the figure itself. I'll just crack it open and give you guys a close look, but as you can see, it's the hood of the Lamborghini, so pretty nice design. But I'll crack him open and give you guys a look on the other side of the coin. Alright, so here's the other side of the coin, and I've got to say, if you're collecting these coins, you're going to love this redesign, because here's the original on the right here, and here's the new, and I actually do like the new one a lot. Sideswipe. So I don't actually mind picking up this reissue just for the coin, to be honest. So there's a look at the coin. The other difference, I did notice straight up that here are the two collector cards. I've got my original in the card cover here, but the reissue card is a much lighter color. The blacks and the reds and so on the original are much deeper and probably a bit better looking. Looks like this is just some sort of almost a photocopy of it. So definitely prefer the original over that, but that's just a minor difference. Probably the biggest difference for me, I have transformed the two already. And now I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick this up in my shitty lighting, but you can. The biggest difference is the color of the white plastic. On the original on the right here, the white plastic is quite bright and is very white, whereas the white plastic on the reissue here has an almost dull or yellowish tinge to it. If you sort of see it on its own, you probably wouldn't notice, but side by side with the original here, you can pretty much tell that there is a big difference. And it's like the reissue here has been sort of sitting in the sun for a little bit, and the white plastic has yellowed. So definitely the original here is better in that respect. I guess the difference really comes in when you compare the shoulder cannons here. And again, I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's the original is bright white, whereas the reissue here has a bit of a yellow tinge to it. So that's unfortunate for the reissue, but the rifle itself is pretty much identical with the painted silver, so I can't complain too much about the rifle. And the reissue also comes with his black pile drivers. It doesn't come with the silver sort of pointy tipped pile drivers that were, I think, the Amazon exclusive. So that's a unique thing for the original, if you manage to get that. But other than that, I would probably say the paint application on the red is probably slightly better on the reissue. Overall on mine, as with many who got this back in the day, and it says here back in August 2012 when it was released, there were a few paint issues. So you can see on mine there's a few sort of black marks here and there, which aren't too bad in the scheme of things, and don't really detract from the figure, particularly on the chest and so on, where it was pretty much perfect. but when this came out in out of the box in alt mode, I pretty much saw straight away that the red paint application was very good, and no major issues at all. And the sort of color tone difference in the panels is probably not as prominent as the original. So, but everything else is pretty much the same. The red tinge hasn't changed at all, so it's good that they've got the sort of red paint pretty much identical to the original. The joints on the reissue are nice and tight. There's no sort of clearance or any issue there with the mold degrading or anything like that, so no major problems there. Now I guess I thought I read that there were changes in the head sculpt, and I have read, and I can't remember quite where I read, but I thought that there were some versions of Sideswipe where instead of the eyes being meeting towards the nose as a tip or a point, they were more rounded. But this one here, if I can zoom in even more, certainly looks like it's identical to the original. So the original here pretty much has the eyes meeting at the nose with a point, and so do these. So I'm not sure where I read that, but these ones, the reissue, is pretty much the same head sculpt as the original, so no major difference there. So that's pretty much it, really. I think the only difference, I guess, is also the September 15 timestamp on the plastic here, as opposed to August 2012 that I just showed you before. So if you're wondering which one you get, just look on his right calf there, and you'll see the version that you get. So either way, I don't think you're going to be too disappointed whichever version you get, but just be aware that the plastic on the reissue is not as bright white as the original, which is unfortunate. But everything else with the paint app, the sort of sharpness of the Countach and the Lamborghini logos and so on is all pretty much identical. So if you've got the first and you like the coin, you can definitely pick this up from Robot Kingdom. I guess for about 50 US, I would definitely pick up an official genuine version from Takara rather than say a $30, $40 knockoff from China. So I would definitely jump on board and get these reissues whenever Takara decide to reissue them, because they do come out at probably a cheaper price point than the original. So hopefully you like that quick look at the reissue MP-12 land ball. I'm not sure how many other reissues they're going to do. I think they did do MP-10 recently as well, so maybe they're just going back through the ranks, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully you can click that subscribe button. I've still got a whole bunch of reviews coming up with my look at Apollyon and Tesla coming up as well, so hopefully you can stick around for that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.